obviously, and so this is like a perfect size for me of a fragrance to have. So I just love any brands that make little sprays that are this size, because I don't like the dabbers. I like to be able to spray it on myself. So I definitely had heard of this fragrance for quite a while. Many people have heard of Amazing Grace by the brand Philosophy. It's, I assume, their best seller. It's just a very clean, subtle, fresh floral, I think, kind of musky scent. Just very like pretty, but like professional and clean and simple and chic smelling. So of course and I'd smelled that one before. I was interested to smell and try the Ballet Rose. I do really like rose. I know some people don't love rose, but I really like rose. So I picked this up at, I believe, Marshall's. It was like $9, so super affordable. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. I have already smelled it, but I'm gonna go ahead and spray it for you all, and we'll go over the main accords and the notes together. As you can see, I actually getting a little bit more peony than rose. And it comes through in a very modern way. Like, this is not like an old school vintage type of rose at all. To me, it's a very modern take on a rose fragrance. And I am getting more florals than the fruitiness. Like, it's a fruity floral, but I would say it's dominantly a rose floral, followed up by some lychee fruitiness. Okay, and then in the base we have two base notes. They are white musk and woodsy notes. I'm definitely getting the musk. It's not overbearing. This is not like a heavy musk scent, but it's there and it softens up the edges and just makes it a little more like glowy versus sharp. But I would say this fragrance is still just a little sharp for some people. For others, totally fine. And then there's the woodsy notes. Honestly, I don't really get that. That's what I'm getting the least. I'm sure it's very subtle and it adds something, but it's very subtle. Okay, so to my nose, what I am getting most from this fragrance is, I would say, actually peony, and then rose, lychee, white musk, and then woodsy notes. I'm not really getting the woodsy notes. Let's go ahead and look and see what other people say they get most. They say they get rose, then peony, then lychee, musk, then woodsy notes. So same as me, except I'm gonna say I'm smelling more of a peony vibe. It's just a very like watery, sheer type of rose, which makes me think peony more so. Very pretty, like I said. I feel like this would be a great gift. It's a safe blind buy, I think, unless somebody really doesn't like floral or rose. It's also fairly affordable, so I feel like that also makes it a somewhat more safe blind buy. Okay, so let's just shift gears, and I want to briefly talk about a couple other fragrances. So as you can see, this is a melt-in body balm by the brand Philosophy, and this is their scent, Falling in Love. This is a really beautiful, somewhat unique scent. It is a blackberry and vanilla dominant scent. So it's sweet, it's fluffy and musky. What I mainly get out of it is blackberry, vanilla, and musk. Really beautiful. I feel like the color kind of makes sense. It has like a bit of a blue vibe, I would say. It's like sweet, but in like a calming kind of way. So I feel like blue is a great color for it. Yeah, so I like that fragrance. I also did a review on Philosophy's Living Grace just maybe a month or so ago. That fragrance is just like super, super duper kind of clean, clean laundry soap vibe. Oh my god, I cannot get the lid on. Okay, I'll deal with that later. But yeah, I wanted to mention a few fragrances in my collection that I find to be similar to the Ballet Rose. One of them, actually, let me grab because it's very similar smelling. Okay, so this is Eternity Moment by Calvin Klein. To me, this smells... Okay, it's similar, but I would say this one is even a little more floral, and I've tried to explain this before, just if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, but it's lower pitch. It's slightly more rounded out. It's not quite as like bright and up here. It's more floral. It's soft, but it's aquatic. It's not quite as like fresh and zesty. Again, this doesn't have citrus, but it comes through as smelling citrusy to me. I feel like it deserves a bergamot note. That's what I feel like it should be listed. Anyway, so Eternity Moment. This is so beautiful. I actually prefer this one, but this also has peony. I think it has lychee. It's got like aquatic notes, so kind of similar vibe and very affordable. Then we have Delina this has all of the notes that are also in this. This has got some other notes as well, but these are similar. These are similar for sure. Yeah. Again, I hate to keep like I do like this, but I think I prefer Dolina La Rose. But this is an extremely expensive fragrance, so this would be a much more affordable, fragrance that has a similar-ish vibe. I would say this is a little more floral dominant as well. This one is also floral, but to me a little bit more fruity. Okay, and then lastly, and I'm gonna actually go ahead and spray this because it's been a while, and I just want to like actually do a side-by-side comparison. This is Chloe. This is the Eau de Toilette. Chloe Eau de Toilette. Super ugly looking because it's all like, I need to clean it at some point. It's all like tarnished. But anyway, this very similar vibe. This is a rose fragrance. It might have some other florals as well, but this is like a citrus rose, very soft, beautiful, fresh, pretty. I don't think it has, I'm not sure if it has fruity notes, or I don't think it has lychee, but it's kind of similar vibe. Similar, but again, I do prefer this one. Definitely do prefer this one. So I can't tell you why. I can't even say why. It's just got a little bit more depth to it or something. But it's a similar vibe again to the Amazing Grace Ballet Rose. So yeah, this is a pretty fragrance. I would say smell it in Sephora if you can. I think they have this in Sephora. It's definitely affordable, particularly if you find like something like this at Marshall's. This was like $9. So yeah, and this could be like a really nice little purse spray because it's so small. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up by just reading a few other reviews. Oh, and before we do that, some stats on here. Okay, so this has a rating of 4.04 out of 5 with 687 votes, so that's a good rating. People definitely seem to like this fragrance. It was launched in 2017, so it's been out for almost 8 years now. Longevity, people are saying, is on the moderate to weaker side, like a 4 out of 10. I did wear this once. I did notice it hung around for a decent amount of time, like I would say at least 4 hours. I could definitely smell it. People are saying it's super feminine. I agree, like totally on the feminine spectrum. Okay, and then yeah, people are comparing it most notably to Chloe Roses de Chloe, and then some other Chloe fragrances. Yeah, there's quite a few other fragrances that people have compared this to. Okay, great, let's go ahead and read a few reviews. So, somebody says, I almost bought this blind. I almost blind bought this. I just based on the reviews, but I was able to get to test it and happily purchased a 60 ml bottle. It's exactly what folks say. It's incredibly lovely, light, feminine, fresh rose scent with a background of powdery, clean laundry, simple and innocent and optimistic, golden, joyful sun over fresh pink roses. Someone else described this as exceedingly polite, and that's the perfect description. I do get what they're saying about the fresh laundry. I think that is the thing that turns me off just slightly. I don't dislike this, but there's a little bit of a sharpness that comes through, and it is a bit of that like fresh laundry vibe. That's what I was saying. I think could be kind of something like bergamot, like just more of a sharpness, but yeah, that's for this one isn't a favorite. I love rose though, and I wish my skin exhibited the rose more strongly. I smell one rose in the background, but it doesn't dominate. I smell some rose in the background, but it doesn't dominate. The lychee adds a synthetic sweetness, not really for me. I'm just glad I got to try it. Okay, yeah, I would say there's maybe a touch of something synthetic. I would agree with that. So that is my critique of this. I do like it. I think it's pretty. It's an affordable, simple, elegant rose, but to my nose, it has a bit of something slightly synthetic slash sharp slash like scratchy or kind of screechy, if that makes sense. I know those are funny words to apply to perfume, but like there's just something coming through a little bit that way, to the point where I'm not going to keep this. Like, I like it, but I'm definitely not going to keep it in my collection for that reason. Okay, everybody, so that is my review of Amazing Grace Ballet Rose. I hope you are all doing well. I'm sending you peace, love, harmony, and beauty, and I'll catch you again soon.